Today we will know about the digital voltmeter. The voltmeter is an electrical measuring instrument used to measure the potential difference between the 2 points. So the voltmeter is an electrical measuring instrument. It is used for the voltage measurement or potential difference between the 2 points. The voltage to be measured may be AC or DC. The two type of voltmeter are available for the purpose of voltage measurement. Number one is analog and second is digital. Number one is analog voltmeter. Analog voltmeter. Second is digital voltmeter. Digital voltmeter. Analog voltmeter generally contain a dial with a needle. Analog voltmeter generally contain a dial with a one needle. Suppose it is a dial of analog voltmeter. Here they attach to the needle. This is the pointer is indicate the measuring value, or here indicate the scale. It is a scale or dial and calibrated value we see by the pointer as 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80. It is a analog voltmeter. It is content with on dial with on needle. It is moving over it. It is moving over it according to the measuring, and hence the display the value of the same. Next is working principle of digital voltmeter. Working principle of digital working principle of digital voltmeter. We know about the will know about the digital voltmeter. First, we'll draw the block diagram circuit of digital voltmeter. It is a pulse generator. It is the input signal. The pulse generator is connected to display. Display here it is connected to AND gate. Another terminal is connected. The output of AND is connected to the NOR gate. So NOR gate is connected to this point. So it is a AND gate. It is a NOT gate. It is a NOT gate. It is a pulse generator. Pulse generator. Pulse generator is a input signal. Input signal to decimal display. Decimal display. The block diagram of simple digital voltmeter. It is the block diagram of simple voltage simple digital voltmeter. So in figure, it is the input signal. It is basically the signal that is voltage to be measured. Here the provide the input signal. It is the basically signal that is the voltage to be measured. Second is pulse generator. Pulse generator actually it is the voltage source. It is actually voltage source. It is used the digital analog, or it is used the analog or both technique. Here the used the both the technique, analog, digital, or both, to generate the rectangular pulse. The pulse generate to generate the rectangular pulse. The width and the frequency of the rectangular pulse. The width and frequency of rectangular pulse is controlled by the digital circuit inside the generator. Here the produce the rectangular pulse is controlled by the digital circuit. Here the digital circuit are provided inside the generator, while the amplitude and rise and the fall time is controlled by analog circuit. Here the fall time or analog circuit is controlled. Next is AND gate. It is give the high output. It gives the high it gives the high output only when both input are high. It gives the high output only when the both input are high. When a train pulse is fed to it, here the 10 pulse are fed to it analog with a rectangular pulse. Train pulse means this is denoted by like this. It is a train pulse. It gives the high output. The AND gate gives the high output only when both input are high. When a train pulse is fed to it analog, and train pulse is fed to analog with a rectangular pulse. The rectangular pulse here generated, it provide us an output. It provide us the output having the train pulse. It provide the output having the train pulse with duration same as the rectangular pulse. The rectangular pulse from the pulse generator. Here the train pulse are provide. It is a train pulse. It is a pulse rectangular is a rectangular pulse. Next is not gate. It is a not gate. It is the output of AND gate. Next is decimal display. Display, it count the number of impulse. It is count the number of impulse, and hence the duration, and display the value of voltage on LED or LCD display after calibrating it. The decimal display, it count the number of pulse, and hence the duration, and hence the duration display the value. Value means here the voltage on LED or LCD. This LED or LCD display after calibrating it. Here the show the voltage value after counting the pulse. Here the unknown voltage signal is fed to the pulse. The unknown voltage signal is fed to the pulse generator. It is a pulse generator which generate a pulse whose weight is proportional to the input signal. The unknown input signals fed to the pulse generator. The pulse generator whose weight is proportional to the input signal. The output, it is the output, the output of pulse generator. The output of pulse generator is fed to fed is on leg to and on leg of an and gate. On the output of pulse generator, the on leg fed to and gate. The input signal to other leg, it is the input signal to other leg. It is the input signal to the other leg of the AND gate is train pulse. Is the other leg is the input signal is train pulse. Train pulse. The output of, it is here the output. Here the output of AND gate is positive. Here the output of the AND gate is provide the positive trigger train of duration same as the weight of the weight of the pulse generated by the pulse generator. This is positive trigger train is fed. This is positive triggered train is fed to the inverter. It is a fed to the inverter which convert to the negative triggered train. Here they applied the positive triggered train. This positive triggered train is invert to the negative triggered train. The output of the inverter, it is inverter, their output is fed to the counter. Fed to the counter, the fed to the counter which count the number of trigger, which count, it is a counter, it is count the number of a trigger in the duration which is proportional to the input signal. The counter is a count the trigger which is proportional to the input signal. A number of input signal is proportional to the trigger signal. Trigger signal is counted by the decimal display or counter. Thus the counter can be controlled. To indicate the voltage in volt directly. Thus the counter can be the counter can be measured or calibrated or indicate the voltage in volt in directly. This is after the counter, the decimal display the voltage, then this time we'll see the voltage. So it is the working principle of digital voltmeter.